All right, well, as theaters wait to welcome back audiences in person, local arts organizations are getting creative.
Yeah, Theater Latté is getting the lights on and keeping them on quite literally with a special visual series.
It's our heads on the block. Give us room and start the clock.
The Ghostlight Series showcasing more than 40 Minnesota artists telling a variety of stories through a diverse group of voices, obviously doing this virtually. So to talk a little bit about this, how it's been going, and the success so far is curator Kelli Foster-Warder. Good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning.
Let's talk a little bit about this latest venture for you guys. Where did it come to be, and I guess how did it come to be?
Well, as we're all dealing with the pandemic and just the world that we're living in, as theater makers, we're trying to think, how can we connect with our audiences? How can we get actors and artists and technicians back to work even for a day? And how can we speak into the moment? The arts is what we turn to when we're in trouble and when we're needing comfort, when we need a break. And so how can we be, as theater makers, putting art into the world when we can't be in the same spot? And so we came up with this idea to let artists tell their stories in their own words, which is something actors don't always get to do, and really to just bridge that connection with our audiences and our community that we're missing so much.
Okay, so kind of walk us through how this works. It's a series, so it's obviously multiple performances, multiple shows. Kind of walk us through the upcoming week.
Sure, we have 5 different cabarets in this series. They're released every 6 weeks, and once they're released, you can watch them until August. So it's just like streaming. So if you missed the first one, which was released in January, don't worry, you can join now and watch all summer long, and we're excited about that. So there are 5 different cabarets. We wanted them to be really different and unique and engage different parts of theater and musical theater and storytelling. So the one that's coming out this week is called Recast, and we asked 6 of the Twin Cities' most vibrant and popular artists, and there are so many in this. We're so lucky to have so many amazing theater artists in the Twin Cities and the whole state, really. So we asked 6 of them to come and tell us about a song or a role that they've never gotten to play but would love to play, and what's the story behind that. And so you'll hear their words and some amazing performances, and that releases this Thursday.
Oh yeah, it's like, okay, casting director, listen, this is what I want. Someone out there,
Right,
when
that's
things
right.
get back to normal, you call me. We also, obviously, you talked about this, when things are hard, or when we're down or we're struggling, we often turn to the arts. Obviously, that's kind of an escape, but it's also a healing mechanism for so many people. One of the shows that you guys are featuring surrounds around the death of George Floyd. Obviously, the trial beginning today. Can you talk a little bit about that one?
Sure. Regina Marie Williams is one of our amazing actors and performers in the Twin Cities, and she is a photographer by hobby, and she's been working on that. So she spent a lot of time taking nature photos and photos around town, and when George Floyd was killed, she switched her focus. She lives 12 blocks from the 38th in Chicago, and she started taking photos of what was happening down there, the people, the pain, but also the hope and the community that was being created. And so we asked her to use her photos to tell her stories. And so she sings some beautiful songs. She invited 2 amazing other artists and mamas, Amy Bryant and Thomasina Petrus, to join her, music directed by Sanford Moore. And so you'll see her photos and you'll hear a little bit of her experience, but you'll also, I think, find some hope. And really with the arts, that's what is so special about it, is in a time when there's confusion and division, the arts can bring us together and help us see something from another side. And that's what we need right now. We need to come together. So we're really proud of 12 blocks from where I live, and so grateful to Regina for sharing her stories with us. But each one of these, I think, is going to touch you and make you smile, and I hope give you hope over the next few months until we can be sitting in those places together again.
For sure. And you mentioned we have so much talent. Let's show a lot of love to the talent here in Minnesota. Kelli Foster-Warder, thank you so much. We really appreciate the time.
Thanks for having me. Take care.
Yeah, and okay, so the series passes for the Ghostlight series are on sale right now. As she mentioned, you can kind of watch it, you know, when you have the time. Visit latté.org for tickets there.